I'm Jonathan Arkush, and I'm going to be asking questions of the three candidates for President of UJS. I'm going to give them a pretty set format of questions and then explore some of the answers.
Hi, I'm Abigail and I'm running for UJS President.
Abigail,
Hi.
tell me about yourself. Who is Abigail K? What sort of person are you?
Abigail is a ridiculously enthusiastic person. I've been involved with loads of student stuff. I'm president of my JSOC at the moment, which I set up in January with a friend. I've been on Imperial College Jewish Society as well, so I've seen two different sizes of JSOC there. I've set up the blood drive, which is in memory of my mother, to encourage students across the country to give blood. If there's anything that I think of doing, I generally end up doing it.
And have you thought of any career plans for post-uni?
My aim is to go into charity work. I want to go into some kind of interfaith charity would be ideal, but if I can't get an interfaith one because they're fairly competitive, then I'll just be very happy to be working for a charity, whatever it is.
You're standing for President of UJS. Do you want the job? And if so, why do you want it?
I would love the job. I'm very, very enthusiastic about getting students involved. My main point is empowerment. I want students to be doing everything that they can on campus because we need to make sure that all of the opportunities are there for students. The university is a 3-year, or slightly longer for some people, year section of your life, and you need to take every opportunity there is in that time. There's so many different things you can get involved with, whether it's campaigns or social action or anything else. There's just so much that a student is given the opportunity to do, and I want to make sure that every student takes those opportunities.
Do you think that Jewish students are in need of empowering?
I think that it's very important to make sure that they know those opportunities are there. A lot of students are going to be the kind of people who will do things anyway, but there's always a margin of students who might have some ideas but they don't know how to put it into play, or they want to get involved with something but they're not sure what's out there open for them to do. So I think it's important to make sure that the message gets out to people and that everyone has the right support base that they need to get things done.
How would you go about doing that?
So I want to publicise various training programmes that are available for students. There's quite a lot of interfaith charities that offer training programmes on campuses. Three Faiths Forum does Parliamenters. All of these things, they're accredited courses that are available for students to do, and they train you in everything that you could possibly want to do first on campus and then in later life. So dealing with publicity, dealing with conflict on campus, resolutions to that. And so there's all these training facilities available that students can benefit from if they're advertised to them. And also just the facilities that UJS itself provides. There's the Initiative Fund, which a lot of students that I've spoken to haven't actually heard of, which makes sure that if a student comes up with a great idea, that's the money there for them to do it. So when I set up the blood drive, I'd found out before that there was an initiative fund, so it was always ticking at the back of my head, and when I had an idea, hang on, this is something that I can do and I can roll out big, I knew that there was money there for it. If I hadn't known the initiative fund was there, I probably wouldn't have even set the cogs running, let alone getting it going.
What about the core values of UJS? Which is the one that really speaks to you?
For me, it's about getting students involved. The most important thing is for UJS to motivate people and to mobilise students, because when you get to the end of your degree and if you turn in a CV to a potential employer and all it's got on it is your degree, it's not going to look great compared to everyone else who's done other things. So I think it's really important that UJS, both for the success of students on campus and also for their success afterwards, it's important that we give every opportunity to them because it's just going to benefit them so much later in their lives.
Do you see UJS as being close to its members at the moment, or is there a certain remoteness?
I think it varies campus to campus. Quite a lot of the problem for smaller JSOCs is that they tend to feel they're not as supported by the UJS as they could be. So there's been a lot of move this year for the office workers responsible for smaller JSOCs in outlying regions to actually travel there and to meet with their JSOCs and things. And I think that that's been fantastic, and it needs to be increased to as many JSOCs as possible, really. But yeah, it's just a case of making sure that UJS is actually seen to be doing what it can, and that it's also providing the training opportunities that are necessary for students to get involved with.
And how about Israel? Big subject, many views. What do you see as UJS's role in addressing Israel issues?
Okay, so for me, the really important thing is to continue the work that's been going on this year, particularly with One Voice and with Beyond Images. They're both organisations that aim to give a more balanced view of the situation, especially with what's been flaring up recently in Gaza. The really important thing is to make sure that both sides of the story are out there, because students aren't expected to be left-wing or right-wing. They're expected that they're going to have different opinions, but they're all going to face the same kind of challenges on campus. So it's important to make sure that they're aware of as much of the information as they can, so that they can, whether they want to defend Israel on campus or whether they want to potentially say, yes, actually, we need to be criticising what's going on, we need to make sure that they've got the information that they need to be able to do whatever it is they're after.
If you were UJS President, what ideas have you got for engagement with the membership, on not just on Israel but on any subject?
Okay, so I've got quite a lot. I've got 3 basic areas in which I feel UJS needs to improve on. There's the training that it provides to JSOCs and making sure that students have everything that they can get from the UJS so that they can then progress. So that's things like, as I said earlier, the initiative fund, and getting that more public. There's also working with organisations like One Voice and Beyond Images to get more information to students about Israel and what's going on, and also to work with individual JSOCs so that they can know what it is that UJS is. So that UJS can know what it is it's supposed to be providing to JSOCs. So basically making sure that everything is there for the students to be able to do whatever they want from that. The second area I want to work on is within JSOCs themselves, so peer-to-peer leadership, because that's essentially what JSOCs are. They are peer leadership organisations where people who might be younger than you are organising events for you, and they need to be catering to everyone. So one of my big campaigns would be the making sure that UJS is applicable to all Jewish students, because there's been a lot of talk recently about non-Orthodox students claim not to be represented on campus, and that there's not enough for them because JSOCs can often be quite Orthodox centred, and I want to try and move away from that.
Is that a valid criticism then, that UJS doesn't really cater for the less religious?
I feel that if these people are saying that they don't feel catered for, then we need to listen to that. Whether or not UJS statistically is providing this amount for this lot and this amount for that lot, if these people are feeling that they're not catered for, then that's something we need to tackle. So what I want to suggest is that that committees, incoming JSOC committees, are encouraged to sign up to some kind of pledge which says that they'll aim to provide a spectrum of events. So maybe that's a panel with, I don't know, on say the topic of Brit Milah perhaps, and different denominations represented discussing what Brit Milah means to them, something like that. Or even just having a range of speakers coming in. I've been president of my JSOC, and we've been making sure that we've got a range of speakers. So we've had Orthodox speakers. We've got a Reform rabbi coming this week. We've got a Masorti rabbi coming 2 weeks later. We're trying to get a good range of events so that no one thinks Judaism is this and this is what UJS says Judaism is.
Let's move forward to 2015. You've come and gone as president of UJS. Where would you like to see UJS in 3 years' time?
I want to see a UJS where students have all the opportunities that they could possibly have, and that they know that all those opportunities are there, and you've got new freshers coming in to universities, and as soon as they get to campus they know this is what there is for me, I could do this or I could do this. I want to get involved in campaigning against anti-Semitism. I know exactly who I need to speak to, I know where I can go, I know what training there is there for me. Or for someone to arrive in London, for example, maybe, and say, I want to get involved in interfaith stuff. These are the charities that UJS works with, these are the organisations that it's been partnered with, these are the networks that have been put in place already that I can just tap into and take one step ahead. I want people to arrive on campus knowing exactly what is there for them and what they can do.
And if you could look back on your achievements as President, what would be the achievement that would be the biggest one for you?
I think my biggest achievement would be the making sure that everyone is included, and by that I don't just mean the stuff about intra-faith, so making sure that all the denominations are included, but also making sure that the UJS knows its role and knows that it has importance beyond the wider Jewish community as well.
Abigail, thank you very much and good luck.
Thank you very much.